Now at 5:30, a KGW weather impact alert with flooding, downed trees, power outages, and issues with landslides on the coast, all stemming from our heavy rain this week. Thanks for joining us for this additional streaming half hour of KGW News. The first atmospheric river brought some impressive rain, and while more wet weather is on the way, much of it is shifting north away from Portland. Chief Meteorologist Matt Zaffino is in the Weather Center tracking all of that tonight and the flooding potential. Matt.
All right, thanks very much, Christine. Yes, it's been a really wild 24, 48, even 72 hours, and the rain continues, as does our weather impact alert into tomorrow with more rain. And you got to watch for standing water on roadways. We've had some minor flooding in Clark County. We've got a flood advisory there until 6 o'clock tonight. Then that'll be allowed to expire. Look at these rainfall totals, though, in the last 72 hours. This is impressive. There's a place called Three Corner Rock in Skamania County. It's in the gorge, basically, up at 3,500 feet. 9.88 inches of rain there. And the Bull Run watershed, also nearly 10 inches of rain. Jewel out in the Coast Range, 9.3. Pacific City, 7.9 inches. And at Mount Hood, at the 5,500 foot elevation, over 7 inches of rain as well. So it has been a really rough ride over the last few days with just a lot of water. And it's all got to go somewhere, right? And it's still coming out of the sky, too. We're not done yet. Although you can see the break that's happening to our north and west. So the rain will lighten up tonight. So it's been fairly light for much of the day in the Portland area. Some heavier rain down around Newport. And then up to the north, we've got a new batch of moisture coming on shore. We're now up to 2.91 inches in the last 48 hours in Portland. We'll likely eclipse 3 inches here. They've already done that up at Kelso with 3.09 inches of rain there. And look at Tillamook. In the last 2 days, over 5 inches of rain. So it has been impressive no matter how you measure it. Flood watch continues for all of these counties, but we've got a flood warning for the Cowlitz River in Cowlitz County. These are all minor flood concerns or minor flooding that we have. Johnson Creek, Multnomah, and Clackamas County is under a flood warning now, as are the Tillamook River, the Trask River, and the Nehalem River that drain the Coast Range out to the coast. So yes, some of our rivers have reached minor flood stage. Again, that flood advisory for Clark County for about another half an hour for the minor urban and small stream flooding. Mainly light rain for Portland overnight, and the showers actually taper off tomorrow. And there really is some dry weather in the 7-day forecast. Christine?
Looking forward to that. Thank you, Matt. Well, let's check in on the impact of all this rain on the coast. Celine Stevens is live in Tillamook with current road conditions and what it's been like out there. Celine.
Christine, that rainfall has been coming down pretty consistently all day long, and right now the winds have been picking up here and there, at least over the last couple of minutes. But we saw the flooding along Highway 101 and Highway 6 today, and right now I'm along Highway 6, and just behind that high water sign, we've been seeing that pooling water there all day long. Drivers have had to make a detour, but some people have tried their luck, and it's landed them in a bit of danger.
If you encounter standing water on your roadway, please turn around, don't drown.
The coast has been getting hit by back-to-back atmospheric rivers, leaving cities like Tillamook drenched.
A lot of people had trouble, getting home and had to go through the Wilson River Loop, which is having trouble with, flooding on its own. Highway 101 and Highway 6 seeing partial closures, causing detours and delays for drivers.
Further north of you, near Seaside, there is a section of highway that is closed. The only cars that are allowed are high clearance vehicles. Further south, there is a landslide that crews are cleaning up, but more debris keeps coming down onto the road as the storm is continuing.
That landslide just north of Lincoln City and closer to Tillamook.
A lot of that is tidal flooding from the river combined with heavy rain.
That pooling water seen along Highway 6 got some into trouble Tuesday.
Earlier on Highway 6, the underpass where the railroad trestle is, a person drove into that and they actually floated all the way through and made it to the other side, but they abandoned their car that was full of water and just walked away.
Tillamook Fire District and police dealing with multiple calls.
Because you don't know how deep the water is, if there's a lot of current, it could suck you off the roadway.
Authorities say people driving around road closed signs spells danger, not just for the driver, but for them as well.
They're stuck, and then it puts us in danger, us being the first responders. So from law enforcement to fire, it's a scary thing.
Again, the most important thing to remember is to not try and drive through standing water. Instead, turn around, don't drown. It can cause damage to your vehicle, cause stalling, and put you and others in unnecessary danger. To see the latest road conditions, go ahead and check out tripcheck.com. Christine?
Best not to risk it. Thank you, Celine. In the Portland metro area, the heavy rain is causing quite a few problems as well. That includes sewage overflowing into the Willamette River in the Oregon City area. As a result, people should avoid contact with the river between Arch Bridge in Oregon City and the Abernethy Bridge for 24 hours. Meantime, in Portland, PBOT has been busy clearing storm drains, addressing more than 100 of them these past couple of days. PBOT says if you notice a backed up storm drain causing a large puddle of water, you can always call 311 to report it.
The problem with ponding water like this is even if you're going slow, there's a threat that you'll lose traction, even hydroplane, depending on how deep the water is.
Outside of the Portland area, hundreds were without power in West Lynn this morning after a large tree fell across the road, knocking out power to several businesses. Well, the threat of potential flooding continues in southwest Washington. A section of the Kalama River started to spill its banks last night. That forced people in the Kalama RV park to pack up and move their trailers.
Morning, I got up, do my regular routine, made some breakfast, watched the news for a minute, didn't hear anything about it, and stepped outside and noticed my mat was floating and my ice chest was floating.
There's concern of more flooding with another round of rain moving in the evening. Longview is opening a severe weather shelter in the McClellan Arts Center on Delaware Street. It can house up to 60 people. Of course, with heavy rain and so much water saturating the ground, there is also concern about trees coming down. If you see a tree is rotting, that indicates it's more vulnerable to falling over. Those taller, skinny trees are also more likely to fall during high wind events. So what do you do if one of your trees does fall down? For starters, never touch a tree that might have power lines in it. If you're looking to have the tree removed, do your research before making a payment. Oregon law requires all tree service companies to be licensed with the Oregon Construction Contractors Board. You can check if your tree removal company is certified on the Oregon CCB website. And if you have to drive in inclement weather, the Red Cross is reminding people to keep an emergency kit inside their cars. It should have the 10 essentials in it. Here's the list: a first aid kit, emergency radios, a flashlight and extra batteries, jumper cables, water and non-perishable food, blankets and warm clothing, a tire repair kit and inflator, road flares or reflective triangles so you can still see your car even if it's on the side of the road, a shovel in case you get stuck in mud, and sand to give your tires traction. Finally, number 10, a portable power bank. To stay on top of the latest forecast and any issues with flooding, landslides, and road closures, text the word weather to 503-226-5088. It's up on your screen right now, and we'll send you a link to our updated story on KGW.com. Matt's full forecast is also just ahead here at 5:30. And also coming up, a new look for the Portland Timbers, who the team is partnering with and how that will change their game kits. We're back in just 2 minutes.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news live from the scene.
That snowpack is still heavy.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
we have now issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yeah.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW+.
Welcome back. It was a big day at a local elementary school for the kids and the Rose City's Major League Soccer team. The Portland Timbers put on a soccer camp for students as part of a big sponsorship announcement. Tim Gordon is here with us in studio. Tim, looks like Bank of America is on board with the Timbers now.
Hey, Christine, that's right. And in a big way, B of A will be the new front of the jersey sponsor for the Timbers. Yeah, the team and the bank unveiled the new kit at Peninsula Elementary School in Southwest Portland this morning. And to make it a fun learning experience, Timbers head coach Phil Neville, goalie Trey Muse, and club legend Diego Valeri hosted a soccer clinic for the 4th and 5th grade students there. That fits right into the partnership, which brings Bank of America's Soccer With Us initiative to Oregon and Southwest Washington. They plan to be making soccer connections with equipment donations, new futsal courts, soccer camps, and more to make soccer more inclusive and accessible.
And it's all about helping kids gain confidence and build their teamwork skills through the power of soccer.
It's a key time in Portland and Portland's recovery for this deal to happen. And, huge thanks to Bank of America. They're going to be an unbelievable partner.
So Bank of America replaces Tillamook as the main jersey sponsor. The Tillamook logo will move to a sleeve patch now. And while this may be a first for Bank of America to have its logo on a pro sports jersey, B of A is not new to soccer sponsorships. The big banking company is also a sponsor for U.S. Soccer and FIFA World Cup 26. Christine, back to you.
That was so cool to see him there with all those kids and all those smiles too. Thank you, Tim. And you know what? Another thing that'll put smiles on faces, all the toys in our KGW toy box. That's also where we find our Evan Watson tonight. Evan, things really filling up in there.
Yeah, Christine, it is the last week for the KGW toy drive here, and look at all the toys behind me. This isn't even a quarter of the toys that we have collected so far. Most of the donations and toys collected by our community partners, well, they will be dropped off next week during the KGW Parade of Toys. But even looking around right now, we see all sorts of things. A little trike here, stuffed animals, board games, a robotic shark, you name it. Could be absolutely anything in this pile behind me. Most of the most needed items right now are for babies and teenagers. So think like teething items, board books, and for teens, maybe musical instruments, headphones, and even sports balls and equipments. Like, speaking of soccer, this Argentina World Cup soccer ball right now, little World Cup fever going into this upcoming summer. But your donations really make a difference for thousands of families across our area. So here are some things that you could know and you might need to know. If you'd like to give, you can even give cash and our elves will do the shopping for you. Just go to kgw.com/toy and click donate cash. And it's another great week to give because Great Clips is doubling donations for double the toys. You can also drop off new unwrapped toys at any IQ credit union, Fred Meyer, or local Toyota dealership. And this is just so fun, I might just keep staying out here and seeing what else we got because there's a lot to pick through, Christine.
I know, and I hope we get those donations because we want to fill all those toys up all the way to the ceiling. Thank you, Evan. I can't believe it. We're starting to wind down here, but yes, so exciting to see all those toys because they go out to like more than 150 local nonprofits in our area.
It's a great program. It really is. And, everybody at KGW is really happy to be involved with that as well. So
yes.
Fun to see, for sure. Hard to, what is today, the 9th of December?
I know, we're already getting there.
We've only got another 16 days left till Christmas. Amazing.
No one's counting.
I know it, right? And many of those days will be dry, but not today.
No.
That's for sure. Let's take you outside and check out our weather impacts alert. It continues into tomorrow. We have more rain, although it is lightening up in the Portland area. It will increase in intensity at times. Look at the rainfall in the last 72 hours. A place called Swift Creek on the south side of Mount St. Helens. It's at about 4,400 feet, 12.5 inches of rain. That area is notorious for getting the heaviest rainfall during an event like this when we have southwest or southerly winds because we get uplift by the volcano itself. But many other places pushing double digits, like this place, Skamania County at 3,500 feet, nearly 10 inches of rain, nearly 10 inches of water has fallen in the Bull Run watershed, the Coast Range, and up in Mount Hood at about the 5,500 foot level there. Now, what about record rainfall? Well, Portland, the airport set a new record today and counting, 1.51 inches of rain today. Now, KGW downtown Portland, we have not set a record. We're at 1.55 inches. The record is over 2 inches, set back in 2010. We had a big rain event back then around this time. Salem, though, record rainfall with 1.69 inches. So the records are beginning to fall as the rain continues to fall. But look, there's a break over Washington County and parts of Yamhill County, edging into western Multnomah County and soon to, well, it's crossing downtown right now. So yes, we have a break on the way. It circles back to some heavier rain down around Newport and then up along the coast, or up into western Washington as well. We've got flood watches continuing as we've had for the last couple of days. Active flood warnings for minor flooding on the Cowlitz River here. That's the Grays River out in Pacific County. This is Johnson Creek and parts of Clackamas and Multnomah County under a flood warning. And then at least 3 rivers on the coast. The Nehalem River draining out towards Manzanita and the Nehalem Bay. And then the Trask and the Wilson Rivers draining into Tillamook Bay. This is mainly for farmland, dairyland, but there are some structures in those areas too that are experiencing flooding. Flood advisory in Clark County will expire in about another 14 minutes. The light rain will continue overnight, but then the showers tomorrow should be fairly light. Now look, you can see the radar, the coastal Washington radar, beginning to get lit up again as this next surge of moisture rolls into Washington. So I think we'll escape the worst of that one as it focuses itself up to the north. But look, there's just a ton of moisture in the atmosphere. This is the water vapor imagery and that constant stream of white and green indicating the high water vapor content air. So for us, look, only maybe a half an inch by tomorrow afternoon and right on through the weekend. It doesn't really pick up again until next week when we get some more rain, but it won't be as heavy as what we get this week. So yes, high pressure pushing north, it's pushing the rain north as well. We're going to stay in the warm sector with occasional rain as we get into next week. If you're hoping for some snow, at least up on the mountain, right? As we head towards Christmas, there are some indications in some, not all, but some of our models that we may begin to see snow in the week before Christmas. Maybe, possibly indicating that I'm not super confident that'll happen. The models have teased us several times in the last couple of weeks, but at least there's a sign of hope. 55 degrees in Portland for the high today, 62 at Pendleton, 61 in Roseburg, and we're sitting at 49 degrees right now. The freezing level is up near 10,000 feet. So rainy and breezy tonight. The winds are coming up a bit. It'll be rainy tomorrow, but not as much, and it'll lighten up, and we should get some dry time tomorrow too. Showers on Thursday, fog to sun on Friday and Saturday. It's going to be tough to escape fog considering how much moisture has fallen and is in the ground and soaking everything. So once it clears off, fog will form quickly. But that's okay. We can deal with fog as opposed to falling rain.
That's true. And I can't believe, it's been so warm. It makes me a little sad because so many of us want to see that snow on the mountain.
I know. I'm hearing about that a lot, but I'm staying confident that we will have a good ski season once it gets going.
Okay, fingers crossed. Yeah. Thanks, Matt. Still ahead, some Portland businesses say they're struggling to stay open, and the newest addition to the neighborhood is not helping. The drop-in homeless center just down the street and the petition some neighbors say could decide the future of their businesses. We'll be right back.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news live from the scene.
That snowpack is still heavy.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus.
In North Portland's St. John's neighborhood, there's now a community petition to remove a day center for homeless people that recently moved in. Blair Best brought us a preview at 5 yesterday. Now, here's her full story.
Steve Cook sees each day as a battle.
Year and a half, I've replaced 9 windows and 3 locks.
A battle to stay in business.
You just always feel on edge is because the unpredictability of it all.
Steve sells records.
I've been doing this since 1990.
Most recently, out of this shop, Vinyl Resting Place, in Portland's St. John's neighborhood.
The numbers continue to go down. As of right now, I don't think it's going to make it.
In July, not far from his shop, Multnomah County opened a drop-in center for homeless people, which he says has made it harder to do business.
Seen an increase of people with mental health issues come in. I've been hit twice. I've been spit on.
Scott uses the drop-in center.
I come over from Southeast and I come over here, and it does help me out taking a shower and all that.
That help, some say, has hurt the neighborhood.
It's been a real struggle, to be honest.
Ezra Holbrook runs this nearby bar.
We have a couple of people who we also know they eventually get naked and start running around. They yell at customers, they steal things off their tables.
Now circling the neighborhood, a petition to remove the center. More than 90 people have signed it. The petition reads in part, "We urge city officials and community leaders to reconsider the location of the drop-in center. Alternative locations, perhaps more isolated from residential and business areas, could serve the same purpose without compromising the safety and security of the neighborhood."
Where we sort of feel like a lot of times the city is using this as kind of a dumping ground for their problems that they don't want to deal with elsewhere.
A Multnomah County spokesperson tells KGW in part, they are continuing to take steps to improve livability in the area, but we know more work still needs to be done. Point blank, progress hasn't been as quick as any of us would like, and addressing the issue is a priority for the county. It is still our hope to keep this service open as a positive addition to the community, as it's the only day center serving people experiencing homelessness in North Portland.
I think there's businesses that are not going to make it through January, February because of the downturn we've seen in terms of business, just because I think people are not coming here now because they're uncomfortable.
Blair Best, KGW News.
A county spokesperson says the Homeless Services Department will conduct weekly on-site check-ins at the drop-in center. They're also reviewing their security arrangements. Portland City Council also passed the Storefront Support Program, which tasks the city administrator with creating a plan to ensure that crime, vandalism, and other issues that small businesses face get a timely response from the city. We'll be right back.
KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus.
We have now issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yes.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW+.
Welcome back. Check this out. It may just be the biggest gathering of Goldens ever. 2,397 golden retrievers showed up to a park in Buenos Aires yesterday, hoping to set the world record for the largest gathering of the breed. The old record was 1,685. That was previously set in Canada. While this hasn't been independently verified yet, it all looks like all the good boys and girls there achieved their goal. If nothing else, they still deserve all the pets because how can you resist these faces? They're just so cute. Aw. Well, stay with us because we have another full hour of news coming up in just 2 minutes, including another update from Matt on this KGW Weather Impact Alert Day. In the meantime, let's check out this view from our Wells Fargo Skycam looking over downtown Portland. Your top stories straight ahead.